Hey Year 7s, and welcome back to the second video tutorial. Okay, here we go. We're going to get straight into it. We'll try and keep these videos short. Exercise 1D, still looking at addition and subtraction, but here we're looking at this little word, which is algorithms. Okay, now basically, let's read through some of this info. It's not always practical to mentally solve, and that's what we did in the last exercise, is that we looked at methods of mentally solving addition and subtraction problems. Sometimes the problems are more complex and the numbers are far too large to be able to do that. Okay, so for more complex problems, a procedure involving a number of steps can be used, and this helps give the answer. Okay, so this procedure that we use is called an algorithm. All right, I'm sure you've used this algorithm in primary school in your maths and have learnt it, and we're just going to try and reinforce that in this exercise. So the addition algorithm, so it's basically adding in columns. All right, so 123 plus 144 plus 28. Okay, and you are working in columns. And when we are working in columns, if two digits add to more than 9, then the higher placed value digit in the sum gets carried to the next column. So for example here we've got 8, 4, which is 12, plus 3 is 15. Okay, so that 1, the highest value, that 10, has to get carried to this next column. So it has to get placed up into our tens column, our tens place value column there. Okay. For the subtraction algorithm, if two digits subtract to less than 0, then we need to go the other way. Alright, I'm just going to get rid of that arrow. Is that if we were subtracting, for example, we can borrow a 10 from this column, for example, and put it into this column to allow us to make that subtraction. That is if we try and subtract. So we might have, let me think of something, 43 minus 28. For example. Alright, so it's 3 minus 8 here. We can't do 3 minus 8, it's less than 0, so we can borrow a 10 from this side and add it over to this side, so we can then do that calculation. Alright, and that's what that means. Okay, so an algorithm is just a procedure involving a number of steps that eventually leads to an answer to a problem. Okay, so addition algorithm. Arrange the numbers vertically, okay, as I just showed you previously here, and subtraction is exactly the same. Arrange the numbers vertically so that the digits with similar place value are in the same column. Alright, so our single units are there, our tens are there, our hundreds are there, and so on. Add digits in the same column starting to the right, so you always start on the right hand side, so this is the right hand side over here, and then you work your way to the left, one column at a time. If the digits add to more than 9, carry the 10 to the next column, or the 100, or whatever the case may be. Okay. Subtraction algorithm, basically the same thing. Arrange the numbers vertically so that the digits with similar place value are in the same column, as you can see here. 259. Remember they are adding there. These ones are subtracting here. Subtract the digits in the same column, top down, and starting on the right. So again, start on the right and work your way to the left. If the digits subtract to less than 0, you borrow 1 from the next column to form an extra 10. All right. Yeah, so then you are able to do that calculation. Okay, so what they're doing here is a 4 and the 2. So this one is to this column, this 3 plus 9 is attached to that column, and then this one is attached to that last column. Alright, so 4 plus 2 is 6, 9 plus 3 is 12, so we put the 2. Okay, put the 2 down, carry the 1 over to the next column. 2 and 1 is 3, plus another one is 4, 426. Okay, here 9 minus 2 is 7, 5 minus 8, can't do that, ends up less than 0, so we get rid of this 2. We're going to take 100, and that's what we're talking about, the hundreds here, so we're going to take 100 over here. So that's actually 150 take 80 now. Alright, but we won't count the 0, so you just go 15 minus 8, which gives you the 7, and then 1 minus 1 is 0, so you end up with 77. Okay, that easy. Let's look at some examples. Alright, give the result for each of these problems involving addition. So what I actually want you to do is pause this video now, have a go at all these problems, these 4 problems yourself, and then come back and we'll work through them. Okay, off you go. Okay, welcome back, and let's have a look. Give the result for each of these problems involving addition. So 6 plus 6 gives us 12. So we write the 2, we carry the 1. Then we have 6 plus 2 is 8, plus another 1 is 9, 92. Okay, that easy. Shouldn't be difficult. Okay, this one, 9 plus 2 is 11. Carry the 1. 7 plus 3 is 10, plus another one is 11. Write the single unit, carry the 1, 4 and 5, plus that is 611. There's our answer. Okay, that easy. Hopefully that's what you have got also, and hopefully I haven't made any mistakes in there. Alright, next one, minus. Give the result of each of these problems involving subtraction. So 4 minus 5, can't do it, or we'll end up with a number less than 0. So I'm going to cross out that 7, write a 6, and put 1 over there. So 14 now minus 5 gives us 9. Okay, and now we've got 6 minus 1 gives us 5. And now, okay, the last one is 3,240 minus 2,721. 0 minus 1 end up less than 0. So that 4 now becomes a 3. This could get a bit squishy. Carry that 1 over there. So it's now 10 minus 1 is 9. 3 minus 2 we can do. Gives us 1. 2 minus 7 doesn't work. Goes to a 2. Carry the 1. Carry the 1. Carry that 1, eventually we got there. 12 minus 7 gives us 5, and 2 minus 2 gives us 0, so 519 is our final answer. Alright, so hopefully that makes sense to you. Not hard, not easy, not hard to do, it's quite easy to do. Again, make sure you model my working out, make sure there's enough space between your numbers as well, so you can do, because it can get a little bit messy, as you can see up in this last problem. Okay, one last thing I want you to look at. Discuss what numbers should go in the empty boxes and give reasons for your answers. Now, I'm not going to actually do these. I want you to do these for homework, and we're going to go over them quickly in class. So you're given numbers here, and you're given part answers or full answers, and you need to use... I'll start that again. You need to work through these problems and find out what numbers go in these boxes. So what number has to go in here to give you the 5, for example. Now you could have a couple of options, but it may not work when you get to this one. Okay, so one box will affect and may affect the other. Alright, so you've got to work out which numbers go in which boxes to get your correct answer. Same here, I've got a subtraction problem. So what numbers have to go in the boxes to end up with a 94? Alright, so I'm not going to actually go over these now. I want you to actually do these for homework, and we'll quickly go over them at the beginning of the next lesson. Alright guys, nice short easy video, nearly 8 minutes. Yeah, I'm doing well so far. So you guys, keep it up. That's all you need for this particular exercise, so you are ready to rock and roll. Alright, thank you guys. See you in class. Bye bye.